Enjoy. Cheers.
Beauties. Gucci. What's up? What's up, Benzini? Cheers to the old UK boys.
You always tell me that it's all up in my head. You got me overlooking all of my options. You got me going back and forth with my conscience. All up in my bed. You always see that.
All right, folks. Welcome to episode 6 of the Pitchmasters podcast. We got a special rendition here for you guys. No Prem this week, so we got something interesting. Boys, how was the weekend?
Absolutely wonderful. Down bad in the beginning. Your boy was getting slapped around 3 different ways with my soccer team. So energy was low, but then we went to a nice little Subtronics concert. Hadn't been to an EDM show in some time, and boys, it was juicing. It was flowing. We were headbanging. We were ripping with the boys. So that was a really, really good time to say the least. But yeah,
how's your neck feel?
It honestly is so sore. I'm literally in here like rubbing my neck before the old pod here. It was
the old
the old pod, but it was a good time. Got a girl's number, taking her out to some ice cream. You know, a little bit later today, some place
Mr.
called
Softy.
Scoops. Yeah, the old 6 o'clock tonight. So we'll have an update for that next week. But we don't.
What happened
really
with the
have high
team
hopes.
though? Did you go 0-3 with the team this weekend?
So my 2011s are the team that I'm like truthfully invested in. I have a 2011 squad that I'll have the full year, and then 2008s, but they're in high school. So I have like 2 high school teams that are just like guys that either didn't make their team, don't want to play for their high school team, so they can just keep getting reps before their club season gets going. And it's 7v7. I've never coached anything like that before, and I have like 20 guys on the roster, but then I split it up into 2 teams, and people just had like obligations and stuff. So I literally for both games only had like 7 guys per team. So, and then the other teams are showing up with like 12 kids on their roster. So 7v7 on a decent little size field was tiring for some of the guys, and it wasn't pretty, man, especially that first game. With my second tier team, I'd never gotten bent over like that before. Truthfully, it was no good. And then you got to get up for this concert. I'm like going home just absolutely defeated. But then my buddy came over and we had a really good time. It was.
And you went to the Colts game the next day, right?
Yeah. So
Dude,
I
this
was
guy's
down
out of his
bad.
mind.
Sean
this
Sean
guy
throws
is
us
all
on a
over the
call
place.
to talk about whether or not we're doing the pod, and full disclosure, I was just sitting on the John, just like, oh my Lord, like just absolutely defecating all the crap food I ate at the old at the Colts game and previous intakes for the the concert and such. It was a weekend though, boys. It's good to get out. We stream, we work soccer, and it's good to get out of the house and go do stuff like that. Can't wait to get our first little festival EDM show with the Pitchmasters boys, because I already said in the chat,
intense.
but I am throwing Sean around the yard in a nice little mosh pit, and I can't wait.
Oh, dude, I stay away from those mosh pits. Oh, my God. I'm like an accident waiting to happen. The last EDM concert I went to, this was back in my, like, jeweling days when I was, like, a jewel fiend. I dropped my jewel on the ground in one of those mosh pits.
Can't be
like,
doing that.
Oh, my God.
Can't be doing that.
I'm like, dude, I got 12 more hours of this shit. Like, I got to find that jewel pod. I see people stepping on it. I lost my sunglasses, got fucking wrecked. I was, like, on the ground trying to pick it up. So long story short, the jewel was toast. So I started bumming cigarettes off of people and stuff. It was bad.
My God.
So, and I don't remember most of that day. So we won't talk about that one anymore. But that was rough. It's been a while for an EDM concert for me. That was my last.
Yeah, I went to a Days of this weekend. It was elite.
Nice.
Was not the level that Alex was experiencing, but
We'll
sat
put a little
like
clip up there a bit.
was like it was like the pit, and then I was like probably 5 rows back, and for like the majority of the concert there was like no one in the row in front of us, because they came to see the people before, like the opener for Odessa, Bob Moses, absolutely elite. If you don't know about Bob Moses, what are you doing? Absolutely elite. And then they left, and then like I was sipping, I was enjoying little Bud Light Celsius, and the vibes were vibing for sure.
Nice.
And then
Not
yesterday
the Celtics, man.
dude, Bud Light Celsius for the win.
Those things screw my stomach up, by the way. I used
Honestly,
to be a
I
White
was
Claw fiend.
I was chilling. Normally I don't, like indulge in the Celtic life, but you know the vibes were there, so I sent it.
I used to be an absolute White Claw fiend. Like when I first started dating my girlfriend, all we did was like when we went out, we would just drink White Claws. This was like during the White Claw summer, like 4 years ago. And I remember one day, every morning when I would wake up after the date, like I would just feel terrible. And I remember one day in particular, I was like, I don't feel good. I go into her bathroom, started blowing chunks all over the place, and it was coming out like most disgusting colors because it was just like white. Ugh. So, dude, my White Claw days, I'm like 1-2 max these days. Can't have that.
The Natty Light seltzers, though, I haven't had those in forever. That was a phase for me. I loved those Natty Light seltzers.
Weren't they like 8% too?
Yeah, they were. They were
Oh
smackers. Me and my boy Scotty, when I lived in my first crib, 1426. Shout out Beach Grove. It was. We would just come home with. We would come home with a 24 pack of those and just absolutely smack them, bro. It was such a good time, man. We threw this. Yeah, man. We threw this one party there. Only party I've thrown in my life, and truthfully, it was an absolute smacker. Like it was. No joke. I mean, my apartment it was like a 1,700 square foot like house, but like obviously nobody's upstairs, nobody's in the basement because the basement was basically a garage, and we had a good like 250 people just in like the living room, kitchen area, and it was madness, to be truthful. My buddy, he had this for like a long story short. We took care of everything. We had like all this stuff, like taken out a living room, everything that could break. But for some stupid reason, he had this like plexiglass TV stand with this old TV that would like give us a seizure because it would like just flash. It was so old, like when we'd be in the middle of watching it. I was going upstairs for, one reason or another. And I just remember out of the corner of my eye seeing these dumb chicks just on top of this plexiglass like stand thing, but obviously I was preoccupied, so I just kept it moving. Then my buddy's like knocking on the door. He's like, bro, you gotta come downstairs. And I'm like, dude, what happened? He's like, not good. And I go downstairs. There's glass everywhere. The TV was face down on the ground, like the entire thing shattered because these freaking dumb volleyball tennis chicks or whatever literally shattered the entire thing. It was madness. That was a night ruiner. But up until that point, it was a good party.
Jeez. Yeah, I'm not having any parties at this apartment. I can tell you that. That's for sure. It's not big enough anyways.
Weekend, Shawnee boy.
Watched the Sidemen charity match and returned to the war zone and got several second places.
Did we upgrade?
Yeah, thanks for the invite on that.
What's that?
Thanks for the invite to Warzone, bro.
I mean,
appreciate it.
You gotta get on during the week, man. You gotta be there. You're too busy going to EDM concerts. Saturday nights.
That was on Saturday night, bro.
Wait, what was that? The Sidemen charity thing? Was that the one where Mr. Beast got slide tackled? That's all I saw. Because U.S. men's national team only posted that.
It was a really good event.
Okay.
They had like 2.5 million concurrent viewers across the world. They sold out the West Ham Stadium in London with 60,000 people. Like it was nothing. And yeah, crazy turnout and overall just like a really good show.
Did our invite get lost in the mail for that one?
I think so.
We invited to that.
For the Sidemen charity match? Yeah.
Yeah, what the hell was that all about?
Well, they wanted us to bring the ball out onto the pitch for the pitch masters, but
man.
Management didn't see the email 2 weeks later.
You're
I was too busy with some
Alex.
products. Yeah, that's
Son of a bitch. That could have been our big break.
Really good event. It was actually a scorching hot day too. So it was like 2-2 in the first half. But if you haven't seen it, check out the goals because it's always fun watching people play who I don't know if you guys watched, when you were younger, the Sidemen or any of those YouTube guys, but just watching sort of your average person get out on the field in front of all these people and just gives you an idea of how truly difficult it is and what the pros do. It's pretty remarkable because it's just jokes, just watching these guys. Yeah.
Some of them are proper though.
Some of them are, but also like you could probably tell like half of them the offsides rule like a dozen times and they still don't understand it. And so there's always a bunch of offside goals and everything. Like people think they scored and all that. So it's it was good.
I enjoyed
the
it.
one thing that I didn't like though, I will tell you this, and I mean I'm sure I'm gonna burst some people's bubbles here. But I just saw it come up on my Instagram, the Uno card thing. I thought that was so corny. Like, oh, he just reversed Uno card, the yellow card.
Max Fosh.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's a really good English YouTuber, very creative YouTuber. If you haven't seen his videos, they're very well put together.
I don't know. It was a little too, what's the word? I'm blanking out again.
Scripted, Steve.
Yes, scripted. Yes, premeditated. That's what I was going.
Premeditated.
It was
premeditated.
Is that your girlfriend's
It
cup,
was.
Steve?
No, it's just my Yeti.
Look,
you know,
it's
if you ever
pink.
want to
Looks
drink
pink.
wine at the beach, it's not pink. It's white. It's white.
Okay.
My
Must be that
lighting.
lighting. Yeah, that New York
Yes.
lights.
Yeti hashtag sponsor Yeti. Please sponsor me.
That would be.
I think the referee for that charity match also was a former Premier League manager. Pretty
Oh,
good,
really?
or not manager, excuse me, referee. Very good, like Premier League referee, and I think he was shitting on VAR as well, which is kind of funny. Like, and the FA. Now that
Did
he's
they have the
retired.
VAR and all that stuff for this match?
No,
Okay, but they were calling like offsides strictly, where they were giving them a little buffer. Or no.
I think they were giving him a little bit buffer on like the tackles and such
Mhm.
instead of calling everything back. But offsides, I think they were pretty strict
That's
on.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it wasn't anything too serious.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out. I'm trying to think. What did I do this weekend? I didn't have really that much of an eventful weekend or anything. My girlfriend's parents were in town.
Future in-laws in town.
Yeah, the girlfriend's parents were in town. You know what? Actually, the most crazy thing that happened this weekend, I wasn't around for. I was actually on the phone with you guys. I was on the phone with you guys last night.
Yeah, blame it on us.
No, but listen. So Taylor comes into. I'm on the phone with you guys. Taylor comes into the bedroom. It's at like the very end of our call, and she just goes, "Babe, I need to talk to you about something." I was like, what the hell did I do? Like, I thought I did something. So I come outside and she goes, Callie got off the leash. That's my dog. So apparently Callie like somehow got off the leash. Of course this happened when Taylor was walking. It would never happen if I was walking her. But like it came like her collar was still on and she didn't let go of the leash. Like it came off. And she just started fucking like, yeah, because she can run like a horse. And Taylor's like, she was in the middle of the street. She ran to the front door and like the building I'm in. Well, this is in Long Island City, but it's still like it's busy. But like the building that I live in, like they have like one of those like electric doors that like opens for you. And I guess because she's a dog, maybe she wasn't tall enough. Like she ran to the front door and it didn't open. So when it didn't open, she was like standing there for a little while. When it didn't open, she was like runs around the side of the building, goes around the corner. And then finally, like Taylor, I would have loved to see. Supposedly, Taylor's stepmom was with her at the time, and her stepmom was like, "Oh, she was like took off like a rocket, screaming, Callie, Callie." And then, so I apparently around the corner, like some guy that had a dog had seen what happened because, of course, nobody did anything. Nobody does anything in New York City. Everybody just ignores everything. So finally, some guy saw what was happening, and he had a dog, and I like grabbed Callie, and Callie was freaking out, and they got her, brought her inside, but. So that was an adventurous weekend. We got fucking caught in the rain. It was raining up here the whole time. My shoes were like soaking wet yesterday. We went for some pizza in Brooklyn. You know, the parents are from Florida, so they don't know good pizza like Ben over here. And so we went to Brooklyn for some good pizza. Got absolutely soaking wet. Pizza was delicious, though. Shout out Ignazio's 8.7 on the Barstool One Bite score. It's very good. That's not my score. It actually is 8.7 on the Barstool One Bite. Yeah, so it was an eventful weekend. Nothing crazy. I love having the girlfriend's rents in town, that's for sure.
So all was good in the world after the dog was rescued.
Yeah,
and then the Giants lost 40-0.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about
Yeah,
that. I don't want to talk about that part. That dude, I was so hyped for that game too. So I was so pissed. I didn't even watch the fourth quarter. I was like laying in bed. I was just like, we could put something else on. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna turn the TV off and go to bed.
Yeah.
I was so pissed.
Yeah, and I heard you mention the one bite, the Dave Portnoy one bite.
Yeah.
Did you guys see? Well, first off, New Haven, Connecticut, pizza capital of the world. Pepe
The pizza there is actually atrocious. I've been to Frank Pepe. It's not good.
Oh my god, the disrespect!
It's burnt
Pizza
as hell. It's burnt as hell.
Yeah, the brick oven. The brick oven. You gotta. Yeah, of course, it's part of it. All right. But did you see that clip of him in Massachusetts like a week or two ago where he had that fight with the store owner?
Berating that
hilarious.
town.
Yeah.
That guy was an idiot, though. Like, he shouldn't have started. That guy was such a fool. His whole point, like, I have to admit, like, I don't know. I guess I can, like, kind of see where the guy was coming from. Like, oh, like, don't ruin my business. But, like, he didn't even give him that bad of a score, first off. And then the guy was, like, going on and on. Like, Dave's like, dude, like, how much money have I how much money have I made for small businesses? You're gonna come out here telling me I'm ruining your business? Because I don't think he ever gives anybody. Has he ever been anywhere and given them like a really bad score? He usually gives them the benefit of the doubt.
I don't know. You're definitely setting yourself up for failure. If a dude's giving you a score and you just come out and start.
No, but the funny thing
absolutely
is,
roast him, it's
the
just
funny
screwed.
thing is, I'm gonna use the word again. It was premeditated because he
Yeah.
was inside. He didn't even know what the score was. He comes out and goes, "I'm just gonna let you know. I don't appreciate what you do for small businesses on one bite." He doesn't
It did
even
feel
watch.
very-
It's just one bite.
Yeah. It felt very scripted.
Yes.
At some point, it did feel like it was very scripted. But the star of that sort of like little episode was that guy Dom of the Year. Dom of the Year was the star. I don't know if you remember
that
him from
guy.
the video, but
That guy was cut right out of New York City. That was some New York City.
the whole
shit.
thing was chaotic. It was a great episode.
Yeah, it just kept popping in. That was a great episode. You know, actually, I found out, and this just shows you that Barstool's reach is ridiculous, because I found out about that from my dad. My dad had, like, texted me. He's
Me
like,
too.
gotta check out this video.
Yep, me too.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's crazy.
East Coast is just a different breed, bro. Honestly, just
Yeah, it's nuts, dude.
different
New York
set of
City, dude.
humans.
Everywhere I walk, man, like, her parents are in town, so, like, we're doing more walking than we normally do, like, in Manhattan through Central Park. It's like a fucking zombie land, half
You
the
got
city,
people
man.
swimming in the East River.
Ugh.
Yeah, how do the knees feel after more walking than normal?
I actually, my knee, everything feels great except for I've been doing this a lot lately, like coming this close to like absolutely fucking up my ankle or whatever it might be, like stumbling. Like I never actually go down, but I'm turning into a stumble bum, like constantly just stumbling everywhere. I'm actually, knock on wood, because I'm gonna go down and split my head open after saying that. But I turned my ankle pretty badly yesterday. Just taking Callie out for like a regular walk. I had flip flops on like an idiot. Flip flops is a bad move. Some of the terrain, man, is not great, and I just landed wrong and slightly turned my ankle, but it's fine today.
Pitchmasters boys need to dedicate to getting into the gym. A little grind.
No, it was the flip flops. It had nothing to do with no gym. It was just the
Yeah,
flip
no, I'm
flops.
sure. I'm sure. It had
It was.
Yeah,
nothing
I'm
to
sure it
do
was
with
just the flip flops.
Yeah, I hope Ben's getting ready because I'm going down to Florida in 3 weeks.
Yo, hit me up, bro.
a little duo,
Have to get
little
together.
duo vid.
Yeah. Ooh, you gonna do duo pod?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we could. Yeah, you're gonna
That'd
be
be
my
kinda
sleeving.
crazy.
You're gonna be my sleever.
Yeah, no, that's not gonna
Absolutely, you're gonna be sleeving.
happen.
for me,
Taylor would
brother.
not let that happen. There's no shot.
Oh, bro.
Yeah, sorry, I'm going over to Ben's parents' house. We're doing some sleeving.
You just tell you're going to the mansion. All
Yeah,
right?
just tell
Oh,
you're going to
true.
the mansion.
Actually, we're going to the Benzini mansion. Ooh, where's that? It's right up the block from Mar-a-Lago.
Yeah. In the opposite direction.
Oh man,
How
that'd be hilarious.
how supportive like are your guys' girls of like just the streaming in general? Like since you guys have like both are about to like step into it pretty heavy. Like has it been pretty solid?
I mean, she doesn't like if I only do it really once a week, and every once in a while I'll do it twice a week. Like for Ben, it's different because he does it more, but he also can do it during the day.
Mhm.
Like most of the time I'm working during the day, so I do it at night, and it's like, I get home at like 9 o'clock. She doesn't love it, but she also is not like she doesn't hate it. She's getting better about it. As long as the money keeps coming in, like I'll go into bed at like 2 o'clock in the morning after stream, be like, she wakes up in the morning, like doesn't remember what it was, and then I'm like, yeah. So whatever we need to do to make it, make it work.
Yeah, she's like, as long as you're making money, I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
Yeah, I believe it.
Gotta
feel supported.
I've like unlocked like a new Benzini character, I swear. Not working for the man anymore. I feel like my eyes have just like been opened up. I was in the dungeon for like 2 years, just like grinding away. I feel like I had a chain on, and then my girlfriend was away for like a whole week, and I was just in full force for a whole week. Just forgot what day it was multiple times. Like just sitting in thousands of cards, just sitting here, just going like that with the cards. You know how it is. But yeah, it's been good. I'm actually a lot happier, which is good.
Dude, I envy you. Actually, I don't envy you breakers with the sorting. Every time I do a break, when I'm done, I'm like, I have to sort this fucking shit.
We just
man.
need Badger to be able to transport around to our different spaces so he can just be a sorter. for free because he doesn't.
That'd be
pay
great. Just
unpaid
I've had
interns.
Taylor help me. I've had Taylor help me sort sometimes, but she doesn't know anything about soccer. So I just tell her to turn it over, look at the logo on the back, and but
Sean,
even that.
you need to learn, Sean,
Yeah.
about
Why?
the tactic.
Why?
Sean
What-
doesn't turn it over. He just looks at the player.
But
No. Turn
like-
it over because the logos
Nah.
are big on the back.
No, once you sort of set like twice, like the photos are locked in for the team,
Yeah.
and it just becomes motored. Like you just glance at a card bag, you know,
That's
you don't
what
even
I
have to
do.
look at the name, player, team. Just you see the photo and it's good to go. You know,
Yes, I don't know. I'm a back, dude. I'm not a good. This is why I don't break it. I'm not a good sorter. It's hard enough. Not that I do this a lot, but I've just messed up somebody's singles again this past week. Like I've done it probably. I've sold 3.3 thousand items on Whatnot, and like 90% of those are singles, and I've had like maybe 5 screw ups. So, anyways, this guy messaged me and he goes, I didn't get my Rotary tie dye. And I was like, oh fuck, like that's annoying. And so I get home and I look at it. I look through all my stuff to see like maybe I didn't send it out. I must have sent it to somebody else. And of course, nobody ever says when they get something by mistake. Also, like every once in a while, I might throw something in extra anyway, so I don't expect them to say it. But so anyways, I messaged a guy. I'm like, yeah, sorry, dude. Like, you know, I must have sent it to somebody else. Like, I'll get home and check. Of course, her parents are in town, so I couldn't get back to him right away. The guy ended up being pretty cool about it, but I was just like, dude, I'm gonna send you $25 on Venmo. I think he bought the car for like $20. They're up on eBay right now for $20 because I was like, I really wanted that for my Man City PC, and I was like, they're up on eBay for $20. Like, here's $25. Go buy it on eBay. Like,
Yeah, that's all you can
I'm just
really
trying
do.
to keep you. I'm just trying to keep it. Yeah.
Yeah, I had
Like,
something similar
yeah.
like that happen, but like the cards got damaged, so I had to like give the guy, I think I gave him like $60 for his like brake spots. I mean,
Yeah.
there's nothing that you can else that you can really do.
Yeah,
So.
I know. It's I had
It
this
sucks,
one,
but
yeah.
it's part of business, like making mistakes and smaller
Yeah.
costs that add up.
Yeah. I'm honestly shocked it hasn't happened to me more because the amount of singles I sell, like I'll sell 200 in a night, and the stacks the way I'm sorting them, like I just put them on top of each other. I put a Post-it, and then everything underneath is that person's until you hit another Post-it, and I'll have them stacked up this freaking high, and like every once in a while, I guess stuff gets screwed up, but like I said, it's happened to me like 5 times max. But I'm shocked it doesn't happen more. And the first time it ever happened, the guy was such a jerk off that I was dealing with. I'm actually going to say his name on here. Actually, I won't. Actually, I will. And anyways, this guy, it was like a $2 card too. It was like I don't remember who it was, but I sent him a Kai Havertz relic instead of like a Eric Bailey relic. It was like, they were both like $2 cards. And I was like, yeah, sorry, man. Like, fine. Like, he was my first mistake. I was like, wow, I can't believe, like, after all this time, I finally made a mistake. Sorry, bro. Like, I'll send you the refund. Doesn't get back to me. Like, escalated through Whatnot. Whatnot gets back to me. Whatnot's like, this guy's missing this. And I'm just like, what the hell's going on here? So I refund the guy's money. Then I get feedback from him, and it's like a 3.2. And he's like, so, accidents happen. But, I'm just like, this guy kidding me? Like a $3 relic that's probably worth 50 cents now. So anyway, he's blocked. Can't buy from the best singles on.
He's on the wall.
Yeah, he's on the wall.
Oh, bro.
Oh man,
It's
yeah, you should get stuff like this and just like write the number on it and just stick it, and then just like when you go to sort all the orders, just go by the first purchase and then just look for the numbers.
That's what I do for the mystery pool.
Yeah,
That's
You
probably
normally
the
just put
easiest
that
way
to
to
the
do
side.
it.
How do you do it now?
So what you do is like I'll have like a number 2 like on this, and then you
Okay.
just stick it. You just stick it on a card like
Yep.
this, right? And then you
Yeah.
just put it to the side, and then if the next one you put number 3 on top, and then when you go to do the orders, you just go to your shipment section, just start at the first person that made their first purchase, look for the number, and then
Mhm.
that's their thing,
Yeah,
and then
I mean,
that's
in
their
the
card.
in the seller dashboard, as long as the purchase of each card corresponds to the number that you have on the sticky, single
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, all the way up to 200. When you go into the seller dashboard, you can go to anybody's name and just see the 5 different single numbers, and then you go to your stack and just grab those 5 different single numbers. You don't even have to have the name associated with it, just the number.
That's not a bad idea. See, the way I do it, it's like already sorted. You get what I'm saying? It's like,
Yes.
Yeah, but the problem
I
is
do.
if someone buys card number 2 and card number 67, are you going to
Yes,
part of
it
the
just
stack.
slows me down. Yeah,
you
'cause I'd
can't
be
be
like,
doing that. That's a problem.
like,
You're
sorry
trying to, like,
guys, I'm going
stack
through
it
this
and go through
stack.
it.
You'd
Yeah.
be able to sell more in less time by doing it.
No,
the way
that's
we
true. That's not a bad idea.
said.
So just everything I sell, just throw a number on it, the corresponding number.
But make sure, like,
Mhm.
always do your checks, 5, 10, 15, that it's all matching up, all the way throughout.
What do
You
you
just
mean?
want to make sure it's all lined up. The numbers are matching, obviously.
Okay. But like in theory, when I finish, it should just be number 1 through 200 in the box.
Yep, exactly.
Okay. All right, then I just need to sort it the next. Okay, yeah, that's not a bad idea. I might have to try that. I mean, it took me forever to do that. Dude, when I first started this, I don't know if you guys ever watched, but I used to type out every card I
was literally
sold.
about to say that. I was like, dude, finally moved on.
I used to do numbers doing that. I still did like crazy numbers, but I used to type out everything I sold like really quickly.
Just wasting so much time.
But
though.
people loved it though. People were like, dude, I really appreciate you type it out because like now I know what I'm buying, and I'm like, do I keep doing this? And everyone was like, dude, just do the single 1, single 2. And
I would say if you had
fly.
somebody
No, I-
helping you, then you could do that. But since
Yeah.
it's a one-man show, and you start at like 9:30, you don't get off
Oh.
until 2,
Sometimes
like,
3.
3, whatever the time is. It's like, if you just do the number tactic, like I think you'll be
Yeah.
fine. So
Yeah,
a lot of
I'm-
people do that.
I'm gonna try that on Wednesday. I took a week hiatus because of the rents in town, so we're gonna try. We're gonna try 1 through. Let's try 250 and 250 singles.
And then you could just do like literally so fast. You could do 30, whatever, however many second auctions you do 200. That's what, 100 minutes? That's an hour and a half. Of just boom, boom. Obviously, it'll probably be like 2 or 3 hours, but
Yeah.
but you know what I'm saying? Like you might cut down your stream time by like a full hour, and then you could just use that on the back end to
True.
sort it out.
That's a good idea, actually. Let's see. We're gonna try it on Wednesday. Tune in.
Make sure to get these small ones. I mean, or just a smaller version. I don't know. These
True,
shits
I
add
know.
up,
I have
bro.
the big
These
ones.
shits add up, man.
They do, dude. I just actually went through my first, not my first, but I just ran through a whole thing of the like the big. I use the big ones, like the extra stickies, because I take them off so many times. I don't want them to lose the stickiness. And shout out Flame Chino. Flame Chino has a signed Prosend sticky notes book. That's gonna be worth a shitload one day. But
That must be nice.
it must be nice. 1 of 1 too. I'm never doing it again. So actually, that might do a 1 of 5 in pink, but we'll see.
With this Pitch Masters thing, boys, what is like your dream scenario with this thing? What we're building here. This is, it's been super fun. We're 6 episodes in. The love from the fans has been awesome. In a year's time, 2 years' time, what do you want this thing to look like? We start with old Shawnee boy, because we need to hear his beautiful voice.
I dream of a day where we film a podcast later than 6:30 a.m. in the morning. No, I just enjoy like getting on, talking about topics we all sort of share. We're all in the same space, so it's really enjoyable from a podcast standpoint. That is, so we do this because at least I hope we all enjoy it. I do. It's good conversations after like a long week and catch up. But long term, I would say keep an eye out for in the next couple of weeks EAFC, some content with the new FIFA. Personally, in the old footy space in the soccer world, that's kind of what got me started. I started playing FIFA like 3 or 4 years ago. Absolutely love the game, love the transfer market, trading on the transfer market, and hoping to kind of just continue with Pitchmaster's content in that way via the new EAFC game coming out on like the 29th. But that's my vision. I'd love for Pitchmasters to turn into a whole EAFC ordeal. Steve buys himself an Xbox X, and we're all playing some pro clubs.
Yep. Steve, you're gonna be the goalie.
I'm gonna have to be. I don't know how to play video games anymore.
You're fine. You'll learn. You're good. Just like you didn't know how to connect Bluetooth today.
True, that's true.
Yeah, please let him. Yeah.
What about you, Zini?
Kind of in the same thought process as Sean. Like I've been running FIFA since like FIFA 12, and that's like what got me into like packs. The feeling that you get when you pull a monster, it never changes. But yeah, gonna definitely be doing more like streams content with that, and I don't know, chatting with the boys is nice, and just obviously some of these pods are a bit early. But it is what it is. We like it. This is the only time that we can all chat. So, and yeah, I mean, I'm excited. You never know.
It's a good way to start the week, honestly. Like you think, like we're
that's
really
true
starting
too.
our week, and it's like just with the boys. Stevie boy, what's the vision? What's the dream for
The Pitchmaster's dream scenario. This is the dream scenario. Is when people think soccer and soccer cards, they think Pitchmasters. That would be pretty sick. That's the dream, really. Like you could right now. I think soccer cards. Like I'm like there's things I'm thinking. I want it to be when you think soccer cards, you think Pitchmasters. That's what I want to. Even just soccer in general. If it was just soccer in general, that would be berserk. That would be awesome.
Yeah, that would be insane.
That's the true dream. Like if you think soccer in America, you think the Pitchmasters. We're doing something right.
We're like next
So,
Prime sponsoring like MLS teams and stuff.
Dude, yeah, dude. Oh man, that's the real dream. Pitchmasters. Pitchmasters on like NYCFC kits.
Yeah.
Ooh.
We might
That's
have
what
to
I'm
start in
talking about.
USL too or something.
No, I want
We'll
straight
start
to
with
MLS.
your team's Dapper.
Yeah,
We need the help, clearly.
All right.
Yeah.
true. Yeah. Well, the first order of business, if we sponsor Dapper's team, we got to fire the manager.
Oh, 100%.
Manager's gotta
yeah.
go. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sack the
he's
manager.
got-
Sack him.
All right, Dapper, why don't you go and tell us now about the old Nelk inspired warehouse dream?
Yes.
Go
the
on.
warehouse.
Go on, mate.
Here we go.
I already knew. I
Ah.
was gonna start it off with I was gonna get a load from these guys just on the just my dreams because they've heard me talk about it all the time. But just retiring the boys. Like just us having a blast, going to Florida, New York, definitely not Connecticut, somewhere. But Chicago, Indy's lit. But I know it'd be a task and a half to drag Stevie Boy out to Indy. But
Yes.
yeah, man, like us just being local, having a warehouse, like that would be a dream. Just a content, just warehouse where we can just have a breaking room, a streaming room, merch. Like I'm always into merch, and that's been a passion of mine for a long time. And just this feels like a special one. Like Dapper has always been like a big thing for me, literally since high school. It's like that can be a deeper topic for some other episode how that came to be. But man, like I've got like other buddies in my crew that are kind of in the Dapper space a little bit. It would just be so cool. Like obviously the Nelk stuff I do talk about all the time, but it would be so sick if like this was internal, like if we were just showing up in an office together, we ripped this and then we were streaming EAFC and then Sean got to go live for a little bit. Like it would be cool, but
That would be sick.
I'm going to be living on EAFC.
yeah,
That is
I'm
true.
gonna be,
Yep.
Yeah, I already got my
If you
camera.
don't see
and
on me
everything.
on Whatnot for like 2 months, you'll know where I'm at.
Yeah,
All right.
got my camera, got my Elgato on the way. I'm ready.
nice.
I don't even know how to do any of that stuff. That stuff means nothing to me. What do you
Doesn't
stream?
that-
What do
yeah.
you stream on Twitch? Is that what it is?
Going to be on Kick.
Yeah,
It's gonna
we're
be the move.
We'll be hipster, but
Okay. Well, you guys can see me try to play. I guess maybe one day.
That's the fun part. You're just going to be in net, and we'll just have to protect you.
Okay. We'll see. Should be funny. All right, boys. Coffee's kicking in. Got to hit the bathroom. This is the end of podcast 6. Make sure you follow us everywhere at the Pitchmasters on Instagram, and I think it's at pitch.masters on Instagram. Sorry, and then like and subscribe. See you guys next week. Peace.
Yep. That's good.